Hey guys, Ogre Fabworks here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's project is a wood splitter implement for a skid steer, essentially. This is running into some factory welds or whoever produced this issue. So the actual splitter point, as you can see, fell off. Doesn't look like they got much penetration. Welding it down. I'm also looking at the pieces here. There's a lot of underfill, a lot of undercut. So underfill because it's not flush, undercut just because it's you can see these deep grooves. There we go. So anyway, tasked with fixing this up, and we can do that, and then attacking any welds that look a little cold. So also going to, per the request, take this plate off and put a new taller plate on. This implement is kind of upside down for how I'll work on it, but this is how they run it off the equipment. So fix that up, reinforce it, bigger plate. They wanted some plate on the back with some spikes, and generally just kind of fix anything else that I see. So anyway, a couple projects in here, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So stay tuned. Here we go. Alright guys, so I got the cylinder disconnected, covered up the rod just so I don't get any sparks on it. Slid the plate here forward. Gonna gouge off the plate, both sides. I'm also gonna gouge off the welds there and the piece. Going to start off with Hypertherm 85 just to clean that up, but I haven't decided if I'm going to do some air arcing here. It might just be faster, and go from there. So let's get to gouging and start getting the parts off and put it back together. Alright guys, there it is. Just got to clean it up, go from here. Alright guys, bit of progress here. Torch cut out this plate, it's about 1.25 inches. Cut out some teeth as well. And then that plate is going to be mounted up on the front here. The teeth can be used to grab and move some stuff at the end. And all I need to do now is, well, I guess weld all this out and then cut out the plate here and weld that up and put it all back together. I think I'm going to clean up some of the factory welds on there as well. There's quite a bit of undercut on some of them. Try to make just everything a little bit stronger. This was already bent a bit, as you can see, so just from pulling off with the old design. But it should be a heck of a lot stronger. There's about 3 passes on there, so shouldn't be going anywhere. Anyway, so let's weld this out and keep going. Alright guys, there's the finished product. 3 passes, dual shield on there, so that shouldn't be going anywhere. And so I'm going to take that, move it over here, that plate, and weld the plate on. This is actually flipped over right now, so the teeth are actually going to point up, because when it's in its correct position, they'll point down. The customer wanted the ability, since this goes on the end of the skid steer, to grab things and push things and move things. So that's why that's there. It's why it's 1.25 inch steel. So yep, we'll slap that on here. Run a good couple of passes on there. I've got it all pretty well prepped. Maybe I'll strip a little bit more off there and weld that up. We need to cut out this piece and then weld that on and look at some other welds and call it good. Let's keep rolling. Hey guys, so this is the finished product here. So I put some 1-inch plate on the front, left a little bit of a gap there, just so riding went a little bit smoother. I put a top plate. There originally wasn't a top plate on here, but just because this sticks up a good bit more, I wanted some more support. It's also more rigid across here. Got the top plate. I cut a little circle out of it just for easier access inside if you needed to get in here for whatever reason. A little bit more easy to access. There's 2 or 3 passes on everything. 045 dual shield. Same thing with up here. 2 or 3 passes on everything. So I think it turned out pretty good. I did also do some filling on the backside. There was some pretty severe undercut on some of these welds back here. So I ground out what I could and filled it in with 6010 and 7018. Also filled up these blocks too. So, yep, quick little project there, all set. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you on the next one.